Okay, here we go.
Alright, third time's a charm. Alright, everybody. Okay, ready? I am.
Let's go.
It's November 7th, and you have a speech tomorrow. You start writing your speech and it's God. I'm so sorry.
Want to try that again?
Alright.
Here we go again.
Okay. It's November 7th, and you have a speech tomorrow. You start writing your speech at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you decide after an hour of working on it, I deserve a quick break. So you look at your phone, you look at Snapchat, you look at Instagram, you look at TikTok, and then all of a sudden, it's 9 o'clock at night. And you're like, holy cow, what have I been doing this entire time? I have a speech tomorrow. And you think to yourself, where will all the time go? It's starting to fly. Well, you and 79% of other Americans, according to Statistica.com, spend more than 4 hours a day looking at your phone. So that's a total of 28 hours a week looking at your phone for a total of 60 days a year just looking at your phone. Why would this happen to you? How could this void possibly suck you into being stuck out of place for so long? Well, I'm going to cover that in my speech following these 3 points. For starters, it's not your fault. Companies actually spend a lot of money trying to get you to look at your phone for this amount of time. And why would a company do this? We can dig further into that in a minute. And third, there is still hope for you. You are not lost. Don't worry. So, this is the thematic statement that I'll be following, and that is smartphones and the software that comes with them are intentionally designed to keep you attached to them. So, how do they do this? Let's dig a little bit into the science behind the methods of how they get you trapped in your phone. We're going to follow a chemical that's in your brain called dopamine. Dopamine is released whenever you have something good that happens to you. It's a warm, fuzzy feeling. It's also control of your movement, memorization, and focus. So if this doesn't happen correctly in your brain, you can actually develop a disease called Parkinson's disease. This disease ultimately caused the death of Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest boxers to ever live. The common other chemicals that are in your brain, other than dopamine are serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins. And these all get released whenever you feel happy. So serotonin is like music and stuff. Endorphins are when you're exercising. And oxytocin is also a memory trigger, which happens whenever you try to remember something happy. And to prove that your phones are directly correlated to your brain and your dopamine release, we're going to do a quick fun exercise. So we're going to inhale for 3 seconds, pause for a second, and then exhale for 3 seconds. At the same time, I want you to close your eyes, but really focus on what your body is doing. So if your eyebrows are kind of straight out, take that's if your eyebrows are kind of straight out, take note of that. If your feet are curled up right now, take note of that. If your shoulders are tense, take note of that. And really focus on what your body is doing. So, on 3, we're going to inhale. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Inhale for 3 seconds, or close your eyes too. Hold for a second, exhale for 3 seconds. And then inhale for 3 seconds, pause for a second, exhale for 3 seconds. One more time. Inhale for 3 seconds, pause for a second, and exhale for 3 seconds. Did something happen? Do you want to check your phone right now? Do you feel your neck tense up? That is a direct relation to what these phones are designed to do. Can you click on it, please? Thank you. And that is because, according to a man named Nur Ayah and his colleague Mina Vinjocha, who are both design researchers at Twitter, this is intentionally designed with a push notification. And the response is called an active response. And this incites you to take a physical motion, reaching into your pocket and looking at your phone. That's the whole purpose of a push notification, to get the motor skills involved, which triggers the dopamine, which is controlling movement, muscle memory, and focus, to get you to actually get attached to your phone. Dopamine on its own is not addictive, but it happens to be correlated with happy moments, and so your brain kind of needs it to function properly. Why would a company do this? Why would a company force you to be looking at your phone always? They're striving for world peace. They want you to know they're doing it for the money. This year alone, according to Statistica.com, Apple pulled in a staggering $57.41 billion in revenue. $57.41 billion selling phones. According to Lucinda Shen, this was a poll taken from Bloomberg, also that's Kensho over at Bloomberg. This tracks the stock price of Apple whenever there was a phone release. So when an iPhone released, you can see it jump. When the iPhone 4 released, there was a huge jump, a 4x jump. All of this money revenue coming from selling phones. But they don't only sell phones. If you're like me, you like cookies. Cookies are delicious, right? Your grandma makes them. The house smells great for a couple of days. You love cookies. But these are not the type of cookies we're talking about. According to allaboutcookies.org, cookies are actually packets of information that are collected whenever you visit a website, take a look at an app, or do anything else on the internet. So you go visit a website and it says, would you like to accept all cookies? That's basically you agreeing to being monitored to sell that information. Now, who cares? If I Google red dresses to look good in that when I'm salsa dancing, it's not going to be super impactful for me, right? How much money would you spend for my information? Well, Google Ads actually is where you make all the money. Google Ads brought in $181.69 billion last year in taking these packets of information and just selling them to people who were selling red salsa dresses. Crazy, right? So, I know this sounds kind of sad and dreary, and you're thinking, golly, I've completely been swindled by these multi-billion-dollar companies, right? Well, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Because we can all take a moment right now and take a look at how to prevent this. So if you have your phone in your pocket, feel free to whip it out. This is legal, right?
Why not?
So if you go to the settings in your phone, the settings app, and you scroll down a little bit, there's a purple icon with an hourglass in it, and it says screen time. And immediately you realize how much time you actually spend on your phone. But you can take the first thing right there says downtime and app limits. Both of these are ways that you can restrict how much time you spend on apps or on your phone in general. You can set times like from 9 o'clock at night to 6 in the morning where your phone just doesn't work. It's great because it actually forces you to take a second and realize, take the 3 breaths and realize, hey, why am I just mindlessly scrolling on TikTok? Why am I just watching all these YouTube videos of these dudes building random things in the jungle? It makes no sense. And so you think to yourself, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this. So that is the ultimate resolution for what you're trying to do whenever you look at your phone. You can spread this message to your friends because now you have no excuse. Now you have no excuse to say, I don't know how to get you to not look at your phone. Or now you know. It's 2 simple clicks. Settings, screen time. And then you're there. It's perfect because it's so easy to spread and inform other people on how they can get back some more time. 3 breaths. That's all you got to do. Take a second and realize, why exactly am I doing what I'm doing? And then you'll be able to figure out, are you being duped in the moment or are you in the moment? So I'd like to leave you with this question for you. Now that you know how much time you're spending on your phone, if you add in a little bit of limits to your phone, how much time did you just add back to your life?
So Nolan, when you go to settings and pull up screen time, how much time does it say you've been spending on
Yesterday I spent about 4 hours on my phone.
4 hours?
This project, but today I spent an hour on it.
An hour today already? Yeah?
I missed my first period, so I was zooming. I was driving.
Oh.
I was like,
So you're driving and on the phone?
Well, technically yes, but it was like through the car, hands-free, legally.
Oh, hand-free. Okay. All right. Okay, so what do you think about that?
I forgot to cite stuff, I think.
Some stuff you did. Yeah.